Alright. Today I figured I'd do some agent stories since I've been leaving these three just sitting here uncompleted while I've got all the other ones completed. And with tomorrow being Miyabi's big update, figure I'd just clear some stuff out. The video store doesn't seem to have much traffic today, so the two decide to watch a movie to kill time. This part is so moving no matter how many times I see it. At that moment, there's a sudden knock on the door. Hello, knockety knock. Got a problem? Call NEPS. Peer-to-peer community service at your doorstep. Please open up. Just when I'm reaching the climax of the movie. Well, could you please get the door? Let me enjoy the story for a little while longer. Hello there, you booked a peer-to-peer community service from NEPS. Do you really book a service from public security? I'm Officer Qingyi, ready to be at your service. Is that Qingyi? Something strange.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Qingyi. May I know the specific request you have for public security community service?
Who are you and what have you done with Qingyi?
Shh, hold on for a second.
Oh, is that you, manager? My apologies. I didn't recognize you while I was in autopilot mode. What are you two?
If even androids can understand the meaning of life, then perhaps humans can too.
Finished. What a classic.
What are you watching so intently?
Endbringer 2. Have you seen Qingyi? Has been being recommended to you.
Endbringer 2! Have you seen it, Qingyi? I've been meaning to recommend it to you.
Hold on. Just give me a second. And done. I speedwatched the whole thing.
That's not fun.
It's about an E-800 model android protecting a little girl amidst the perilous apocalypse, supporting each other through thick and thin. They gradually become attached to one another, but in the end have no choice but to part ways. The plot's decent enough, I suppose.
So you actually went and looked up spoilers. Watching movies like that is a real waste, officer.
Gotta agree.
I didn't look up spoilers. I simply extracted the movie from the database for data analysis and pattern recognition.
Master, this is technical jargon of an advanced artificial consciousness. Allow me to translate for you. Yes, Qingyi essentially read spoilers.
Thanks,
The
Fairy.
smart voice assistant you two are using seems to have quite the unique personality setting loaded into it. Ah, right. I happen to have a work-related matter which requires your assistance. I need to borrow some tapes to further analyze human behavior. Horror movies, to be exact. With mysterious forces at play, the more the better. It's for Public Security's community service program.
Have you seen the one about the haunted Christmas tree? That's a thing that exists.
Can't you directly access those from a film database?
I can tell you find the whole thing a little unusual too. But I assure you that such background data is required for my task. Since I've taken it on, I should be somewhat serious about it. Even if this community service itself is, dull.
Which is why you activated autopilot mode, right? If only I could also handle tedious tasks while catching up on sleep.
Tedious. Ha, ha. As if the mere word tedious could encompass everything. It all began when the bigwigs at Public Security realized that no matter how many decrees they make, Internaut is still unstoppable. As a result, who else other than Officer Juyuan proposed a strategy of guiding rather than blocking? Citizens have a real need to face the hollows and can't always turn to Public Security for everything. So Internaut has naturally appeared to meet those needs. If only every Public Security officer could dedicate a set amount of time to community service, helping citizens with their actual problems. Once we establish trust between citizens and Public Security, then the plan to completely eradicate Internaut will have taken its first step.
That would certainly nip the problem in the bud.
That plan would nip the problem in the bud.
Indeed, Zhu Yuan proposing such a comprehensive plan is really reassuring.
It is a good plan. However, for some reason, I sense that you two might not be completely sincere.
What?
Never mind.
No.
I suppose I'm not entirely sincere
We're
myself.
not fugitives, no
Mainly
way.
due to the absurd demands citizens are making. For example, testing whether their fiancé would flirt with other women behind their back. Or, I suspect their there's some mysterious force at work on 6th Street. Please deal with it, officer. What's worse is my assigned partner today. Ugh, that guy. One second he's proclaiming that though community service seems a little trivial, he's determined and dedicated to taking up that task. Then, before I even finished a sip of hot water, he goes bolting off on another case somewhere else, like a gust of wind weaving through the mountains.
You talking about Seth?
Young people these days.
Solving cases with a public security officer. Isn't it just like the plot of that one movie? I'm up for it. Count me in.
I never expected the manager to be interested in such things.
I think Belle just wants to show off and strut around with the public security badge pinned on her coat.
If the manager is willing to assist, it would indeed be a great help to me. However, giving you a badge is out of the question.
Aw.
Nominally appointing you as an assistant public security officer, though, is a possibility.
Then you go ahead, Belle. I'll look after the store.
Then I'll go ahead and clear up the other community service appointments first. Let's meet on the street later.
Assisting the cops to make myself look less suspicious. Perfect idea. Officer, could I? But Dad said I shouldn't be so stubborn. Why don't you tell me about it first, Holly?
No need to jump to any strange conclusions, Holly. Just tell me what's the matter.
Okay. Actually, it's about my good friend Teddy. He's been missing for several days now.
Is that a person or a teddy bear?
Missing? There doesn't seem to be any filed reports about a missing person in this area. Have you been to the public security office with your parents recently?
No, we haven't. Dad said since we just moved away from the old metro zone, we don't have the resources to deal with Teddy right now. But I'm really worried. I've never gone so long without seeing Teddy before.
Definitely a teddy bear.
That's terrible.
The assistant public security officer is right. A disappearance is not a trivial matter and must be handled by public security. Do you have a photo of Teddy?
Yes, I have tons. At least I did. But during our move, because we were in a hurry to catch the evacuation train, all our luggage was...
Not a problem. Now, I will ask you a few questions. You must think carefully. The more accurate your answers, the higher the chance we will find Teddy. Understand? Let's start. Height? Weight?
Teddy is exactly 20 centimeters shorter than me, so he's 101 centimeters tall. He's heavier than me, about 32 kilograms.
Can you describe the color and style of clothes Teddy was wearing when he disappeared?
That'd be a heavy teddy
A
bear.
blue shark onesie.
Ah, Bangu.
So, Teddy must look something like this, right?
Whoa, you can really draw, Miss Officer. That's Teddy. But he's been gone so many days. Do you think we can still find him?
Your case is now accepted, Citizen Holly.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bangu
Dad
are family
told me
too.
that the officers at public security wouldn't have time for this sort of thing.
Don't worry, Public Security Officer Qingyi will be on the case. But there's one last question I need you to answer. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
When and where did you last see Teddy?
It was at the Gravity Cinema. I wanted popcorn, so Teddy went out to buy some. I waited until the movie was over, but Teddy never came back.
Gravity Cinema? That's right next to the branch office, and yet a disappearance happened.
I can't believe a crime would happen in plain sight like that. It's worth investigating.
Good. But first, I need to escort Holly home. Let's meet later near Gravity Cinema in Lumina Square.
Yes, ma'am. They really suck at parking, huh? Not like I want to talk, I don't even know how to drive at all. What was that? Analyzing search data. Please hold on. Ah, it's you, manager. I've just finished scanning all the 283,019 surveillance camera footages in the area. That's incredible. I simply extracted the footage from the database for data analysis and pattern recognition. Actually, I did find some footage of Teddy, but it's kind of weird. It's of Teddy walking out of the cinema with popcorn in hand, craning its neck and around as though looking for something. The last place you'll see him is right here in this parking lot. Although several days have passed, we should still perform a thorough investigation of the area. Leave it to me. Young people are always so full of energy. I'll leave this one up to you to handle, Assistant Officer. I'm going to run an analysis of the surveillance footage and see if I missed anything. Searching for clues, huh? An autograph poster. This thing must be worth a lot. Why would anyone toss it on like trash? How about you? How about you come with me then? Just a little room decoration?
Judging from your appearance, it seems like you found something.
Take a look.
Please take a look, Qingyi. Not bad for an assistant public security officer, right?
Manager, why did you pick up so much trash? Don't tell me you thought all this was evidence.
It could be.
Trash? So, it's all useless, huh? Guess being an officer isn't for everyone.
Completely normal for a first investigation. After all, evidence doesn't just fall from the sky, you know?
It's still good to
Let me
pick trash off
analyze
before and
these
clean it.
videos, then together with... Wait a minute. What's that in your pocket?
An old autograph poster that almost didn't make it as evidence. It says Holly and Teddy. It was apparently something Teddy had on that day. It went missing. Didn't seem to be anything special. What clues does it hold?
I picked it up earlier. It's a signed poster and seemed collectible, so I thought I'd take it home.
It has value as a collectible? Then it shouldn't have been discarded so carelessly for you to find like that. Without the manager's deep knowledge of films, I might have overlooked this detail. The handwriting is a bit smudged, but you can still make out "To Holly." If it was dropped by Teddy, it's worth further investigation. Let me scan it. Look, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter. Quite a significant amount, too. An item outside a hollow contaminated with such a high concentration of etheric residue. This actually makes our search easier. I've also made some progress. I discovered a suspicious vehicle that was parked here when Teddy disappeared. If it's related to the disappearance, then the vehicle might also be contaminated with etheric residue. Let's go and check it out.
Never break.
Very good, Assistant Public Security Officer. We quickly tracked down the suspicious vehicle. As I suspected, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter on the rear wheels.
Oh, then is it already time to go arrest the suspect?
Huh? No, that's not how this works. Criminal investigation requires concrete evidence. We need to keep calm, Assistant Officer.
Even I could have told you
Etheric
that.
residue is indeed suspicious, but this is new Eridu after all. There are various causes for contamination with etheric residue. We can't quite deem it something particularly strange at this stage. No worries. I'll handle surveillance of the car. I don't need to sleep anyway.
Is it okay for your body not to rest at all?
Are you sure you'll be okay if you don't rest at all, Qingyi?
Zhuyuan always expresses the same. It's just unnecessary concern. Everyone is acting like this. Zhuyuan, Holly, and now even the manager.
Just because you're an
Humans are
android
indeed
doesn't
an
mean you don't need
interesting
rest.
Species, projecting so much emotion onto things that are not even alive. Though Though helping citizens is part of a public security officer's duties, Teddy is just a bamboo. In the end, the existence of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. Take me, for example. Despite being an advanced model known as a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton, I'm essentially just a bamboo with more complex functionality.
That's up for the
And
individual to
regarding life and
decide
death,
whether you're worth
I
more or
believe
not.
Teddy and I are identical. Neither of us actually cling to it. I really didn't expect Holly to be so upset.
Not all humans are that cruel.
We humans haven't become that cruel.
A most interesting species indeed. Don't worry. Bamboo or automaton, we are not as fragile as humans. Today's investigation was very fruitful. With these leads, we can apply for an official search warrant from public security. If there's anything I need help with in the future, I'll be sure to contact you. I'll be leaving now.
Okay. Never break. Not a reassuring sign to post on your door or on the window to your car. Welcome home, Belle. I see you haven't managed to completely shut down the internet yet. How are things going? Teddy's appearance turns into quite a mystery. No matter what, it's still good to think that we're building up some goodwill PubSec, although it sounds a little unfair to Qingyi and Zuyuan. As ordinary citizens of New Erdo, all we can do is wait for Qingyi to get back to us. Next part. Ever since checking out that vehicle, Qingyi hasn't been in contact. It just occurred to me, I wonder if Teddy's been found yet. At that moment, there's a sudden knock on the door. Hello, sorry to bother you, it's Public Security's Community Service. Got a problem? Call NEPS, peer-to-peer community service. I'm Officer Qingyi. Sounds more normal this time, doesn't she? Speaking of which, who booked this community service anyway?
Pleased to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Qingyi.
Turn off
Please tell me
autopilot.
the specific request you have for Public Security Community Service.
Seems like autopilot mode kicked in again. What do you think? Should we wake up Qingyi?
Congratulations on becoming head of public security.
Congratulations on becoming the head of public security!
Oh, very well. As head, my first command is to stop all community service. The video store managers? Oh, seems I was having a pretty good dream just now.
You seem kind of tired. Are you okay?
It had been too long since I last shut down, and my processors were being occupied with redundant data. That's all. It matters not. I've been keeping watch over the suspicious vehicle we identified last time, and finally caught evidence of it entering and exiting the Cretan Hollow. I've applied for personnel and
Always
carrots from
into the
public
hollows.
security. Once the approval goes through, we can go find Teddy.
Knock knock.
Excuse me for interrupting. I thought I saw a public security officer heading this way. Ah, you must be Officer Qingyi. Our little Holly has really caused you trouble lately.
As Holly's father thanked her, he handed Qingyi a brand new bamboo.
What is this for?
I'm so sorry. Kids don't understand. To trouble public security over such a matter is really making too much of a fuss. If it was lost, it's lost. That bamboo was old anyway. I thought I might as
Bamboo
well
is
buy a
family
new
too.
one for Holly this time. Just reset the bamboo and give it to her. You can tell her you found Teddy, and that'll be the end of all this.
Kids would know.
Are you sure? Your daughter must have really cherished Teddy.
Right. Please trust that... Oh, wait a minute. I understand, if that's what you wish.
Huh, Qingyi? Why the sudden...
Shh. The petite officer silently accepts the brand new Teddy, and Holly father leaves feeling reassured.
He left quite decisively.
We're still gonna save him,
I
right?
think Teddy can still be saved. I mean the real Teddy.
He's just a father worried about his daughter. No need to argue over the details of the investigation with him. Moreover, I just received a message indicating that it's unclear whether this Teddy number 2 will be able to help. So, I've decided to handle it this way for now.
Did something happen, Qingyi?
Yes, the approval didn't come through. Bangboo can't be classified as people. It can't be handled as a missing persons case, only as a theft. So we can't get approval for extra personnel or a carrot. This means the rescue operation in the Hollow will inevitably be delayed. And by then, Teddy's chances will be quite slim.
If only we had someone else who could stand in for that.
But deceiving Holly with a new Bangboo isn't right.
I never said we were abandoning the real Teddy. It's just that bringing the real Teddy back in one piece isn't very realistic. You haven't forgotten, have you? The biggest advantage of intelligent machines is replaceability. If an arm breaks, just attach a new one. If the body is damaged beyond repair, just get a new one. As long as we can retrieve the most core memory chip.
Good idea. No wonder you're the public security's intelligence system. You see things from a different angle.
Master, stay calm. If you can't remain composed, then allow me to pour a bucket of cold cybernetic water over you. This plan has a flaw. Teddy is a model from 8 years ago, and there are aesthetic differences from this year's latest model. It seems Officer Qingyi's AI system requires further iteration for thoroughness.
Ooh.
That's not a problem. The difference between the Bangboo isn't that big. Just some modifications to make it look similar to the older version should do.
Enough with the attitude, Fairy.
Okay, Fairy. No need to try to prove you're better. Please search for the specific differences between the old and new versions of the Bangboo.
Understood. Scanning the blog. OMG, is there anything cuter than the old Bangboo models? I just wanna hug it to death. Result 1. The old version of the Bangboo has a super chubby tubby tummy. Am I the only one who loves its tummy? Result 2.
How specific?
The old version of the Bangboo is super duper cute the way it sputters with its mechanical kinetic core. Result 3. Wah! The previous version of the Bangboo clearly had more emotes. I miss those. Based on the results extracted from the blog, we can modify the new Bangboo's appearance based on these 3 points to perfectly replicate the old version of Teddy.
Sounds like you found some weird posts to read out loud. But thanks, Fairy.
You're very welcome. I am
Oh,
a smart
there's a
voice
voice
assistant
effect.
dedicated to showing you different perspectives.
In that case, the task at
Lost
hand
the
is
voice
quite
effect
clear.
there, Fairy.
Let's start modifying Teddy number 2.
Hey, man. Ah, it's Officer Qingyi. Mr. Enzo, your assistance is required with a case of ours. Case? Please rest assured, there's nothing to worry about. All you need to do is replace the connect core on this Bangboo with an older mechanical version. Ah, you've got great taste. I actually prefer the slight lag that you used to get with the older models, but I'm afraid the parts are no longer available anymore. What, could you combine older parts for it? Ah, good idea. If we can reassemble the hydraulics, drive shafts, and the gears. There are some things that, once seen, can never be unseen. Things like a Bangboo getting sliced wide open. Enzo skillfully installs the modified mechanical core into Teddy Mark II's chassis. This perfectly replicates the slight lagging sensation that the old Bangboo used to have. Great, that's another stream of revenue for the store. As far as I know, a lot of people really like the lag. I'm kind of surprised this Bangboo Connect core is also slotted left of the center, in its chest, just like mine, I think. From an energy transfer and center of gravity perspective, it's far more logical for it to be smack bang in the middle. The human heart is also located there. It seems as though humans will always project themselves into any intelligent machine they design. Teddy Mark II's Connect car has been modified. It's easier to make a Bangboo chubbier, just buy a Bangboo repair kit. It's a piece of cake, and you can make fully automated tweaks to any Bangboo's appearance. I once brought an old model repair kit from your store. Here's that order number. Yes, we've got it. Please wait a second. I'll fetch that from the warehouse for you. you got a Bamboo repair kit. Takes a lot of work to stuff Teddy Mark II into the repair kit. Now just let the automation do the rest. A round belly like this is much cuter. Well, even though it's already cute to begin with. Now that I think about it, humans always seem to lean towards being cute when designing intelligent machines. Yep, you're cute too. Thanks for the compliment. I never really noticed that I was being designed to be cute as well. I sure am pretty happy with my current body, mainly in terms of its functionality though. Bangor repair kit completes its curvy tummy modification of Teddy Mark II. Come inside the store and check it out. Yeah, that's right, we got a new line of public security officer products in. That won't be necessary, but NEPS does happen to have a case that could use your assistance. Are you really not gonna buy anything? But you're already here. I read this review from before, saying that you guys can help factory reset a Bamboo expressions. Is that right? Ah, you mean that. Sure, that's a service we can do. Have you still got the old emojis from 8 years ago, though? So long as that you can think of it, we can do it. And actually, we can do even more. This is the first time you've ever heard about a hidden interface to calibrate Bamboo facial expressions. Who knew it was there? Emojis, anything's fine. Do intelligent machines really need emotions? Aren't they all just simulated? What's terrifying would be if they had no emotion at all. Ah, so that's the impression that I gave you. I didn't say that. You reset Teddy Mark II's emotions to those from 8 years ago. How nostalgic. There's thunders of people wanting to rent videotapes. Well, there's guests at home too. I'm trapped between a rock and a hard place. If you're pretty much all done, please come back. We're flat here. On my way. What's up with you? I didn't read that at all.
Officer Qingyi, I just saw you and the video store manager on the street, so I thought I'd... What? Is that Teddy? You found Teddy already!
As Holly excitedly rushes over and picks up Teddy, she seems to immediately see through the adult's ruse.
This isn't Teddy! Officer, did you find the wrong Bamboo?
Are you sure, Holly?
Yeah, I'm sure. Teddy is my closest friend, and I would never mistake him. Teddy's ears should have a dent here from when he tried to protect me from falling one time. And Teddy's bottom should have glue on it from when I was little. The glue was stuck so strong that it wouldn't wash off.
Kids always know.
Was it because you couldn't find Teddy, so you...
It appears that you remember everything about Teddy, Holly. Listen, it's all because this rookie public security officer here trusted the wrong information, and we got the wrong Bamboo.
Wait a minute, you're blaming me?
Huh? You're blaming me?
Let's not forget that I'm a very experienced public security officer, and that I wouldn't make such a rudimentary mistake.
Alright,
From
but
here
you're off
on
this
out,
time.
I will be taking over the case personally, and will definitely find Teddy.
Really?
Yes, really. So, we'll be busy now continuing this investigation. Can you return home on your own, Holly?
Yes!
Holly obediently dries her tears and goes home.
What a sharp child. Even if they look nearly identical, and even if we could retrieve Teddy's memory, Teddy number 2 would still be a completely different Bamboo to Holly.
Mm-hmm. The most treasured moments in life are those shared experiences that can't be replicated.
The most treasured moments in life are those shared experiences that cannot be replicated.
Okay. Like I've always said, humans are indeed an interesting species. Thank
For
you
better
for
and
helping
worse.
me cover up the lie just now. The next step is to venture into the hollow to rescue the Bamboo. It'll be much too dangerous for you, Manager. I'll figure something out by myself. See you later.
Well, I've been busy at the store the whole time. How are things going with you? They probably saw right through it. Thought so. I guess we'll just have to go into the hollow and find Teddy ourselves then. I don't know if Qingyi would be able to handle things solo. All we can do now is wait for her to get back to us. Now for the fun part. It's almost community service time, but Qingyi still hasn't replied. Just as siblings begin to get anxious, there's a knock at the door. Hello, sorry to bother you. It's Public Security's community service. Public Security? Is that you, Qingyi? You look as though you've been tracking down so many clues that you forgot to get back to us. Well, haven't you been worrying sick? Go check on what Teddy's up to. You open the door, you realize that it's not Qingyi. Hello, got a problem? Call NEPS. Peer-to-peer community service at your door. At your doorstep. I'm the on-duty officer. We had booked with Qingyi though. Here's the thing. Officer Qingyi is taking annual leave today. She says she's got some important personal affairs that needed attending to. Annual leave? So Qingyi actually takes annual leave every now and then again? Yes, that surprised me too. But if you run into any problems, you can always also talk to me. I'll take care of it just the same. What about Zuyuan? You seem to know quite a few officers over at the precinct. Zuyuan's been carrying out an important operation for quite a long time now and hasn't been back to the precinct since. I see. It's just that we've been talking to Qingyi all this time, so we prefer to wait until she's back. Oh, is that how it is? Alright, once Qingyi's back at work, I'll bring it up with her. No offense to you or anything.
I just tried contacting Qingyi again, but still no reply. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think she went into the hollow alone?
Very. Quickly search Internet for any post that might have been made by Qingyi.
Search complete. There is a suspicious post. The content is as follows. Esteemed proxies, I wish to hereby notify you of a bamboo rescue commission in the Cretan Hollow. Based on data analysis and pattern recognition results, the rescue target is likely in the T8AE32 area. Any interested parties may leave a message. Details to be discussed in person. Meeting face-to-face can effectively advance the work progress.
Data analysis and pattern recognition, along with that old-fashioned tone. It's definitely Qingyi.
Bad news. There have been no responses to the post from any proxy, and the last message was posted by the author 13 minutes ago saying, I have arrived near the hollow. Just checking one last time. If there are no takers for the job, then so be it.
Belle, if we hurry straight to the target area mentioned in the post, we might still make it in time.
Let's go.
Right, let's get going. Ready and waiting. We fight. Secure the perimeter. Officer, nothing.
Let's give it our all.
Infiltrate the Bamboo Kidnappers' hideout and save Teddy.
Master, I have located Officer Qingyi.
A familiar bamboo indeed. We meet again, Faithin. As the #1 wanted proxy on Internet, isn't it a bit careless of you to take the job?
I wanted to see why public security would be recruiting proxies. Consider it as banking some goodwill for future papers.
Huh? What? Did you know it was a job from public security when you accepted it?
To be honest, Officer Qingyi, your post on Internet was way too obvious.
So it was too obvious, which is why nobody signed up for this gig. Then why would Faithin... No. Could you actually be a decent person?
Shocker, right?
Please don't sound so surprised when trying to compliment someone.
Very well. I suppose it's only fair to show a bit of courtesy now that I require your assistance. The situation is this. I'm tracking a vehicle related to the case, and it found traces that could belong to that car. I need a proxy for navigation inside the hollow. Please assist me with my investigation. The suspicious vehicle we were staking out was last seen here. Compared to the legal investigation activities registered by the HIA, everything else counts as suspicious activity. I'm sending the coordinates to you now.
Master, high ether activity detected coming from this forklift. This matches the evidence previously collected by Officer Qingyi.
A forklift? They're not exactly a rare sight in the Hollows. But how should I put this? This particular forklift seems to be giving its own game away. It seems to be screaming, "I'm just a totally normal abandoned forklift. I'm not blocking anything at all."
Dex. Roll for Dex.
Proxy, don't overdo it. If you encounter danger, get out of there.
Master, unknown distress signal detected. Analysis complete. The distress signal is coming from a bamboo. A route to the source of the distress signal has been identified.
Officer, we've detected a bamboo search and rescue signal.
You certainly know what you're doing. So much so that I want to break my promise and arrest
Grandma.
you. So infuriating. Slow down. Respecting your elders is a virtue.
I think I just heard a click, but nothing happened.
The ejector failed to launch. Oh, the recklessness of youth. Not to worry, I'll fix it. Don't go running off, Proxy.
That's exactly what I'm
The
gonna
source
do.
is just up ahead. Belle, go wait for Qingyi over there.
Strange. The signal should have been coming from here. Teddy, is that you?
However, there is no sign of Tenny or any other bamboo nearby. Fear helps you pinpoint the location, and you finally find a broken bamboo head under a pile of trash.
Bing Bong's here! The Bamboo Boonappers strike again!
Okay, Team Rocket.
Who's this?
I already said it! I'm Bing Bong from the Bamboo Boonappers! Oh, what do we have here? A little bamboo that can talk! Don't see that every day. Gonna be sure to nab this one! Speaking of which, that emergency signal device that we took off of Bamboo, it is really coming in handy. Seems any Bamboo would fall for it.
Something's off about this guy. Let's get out of here and find Qingyi.
Oh? You're not going anywhere. You're property of the Bamboo Boonappers now.
Yeah,
Here,
that's right.
have a taste of the special Bamboo spray.
When it beeps, your vision goes dark. Huh? What happened?
Everything suddenly went black. Did we lose the connection with Eos?
You
Belle,
spray
are
paint
you
the
all right?
lens? Ouch.
All of a sudden, my eyes started hurting.
Your eyes?
Don't worry, I'm okay now. But what about Eos? What happened to it?
Fairy, can you still connect to Eos? Hurry.
After disconnecting, I've sent 28 reconnection requests. All have failed. Now attempting to use a backup line.
Eos.
I have successfully connected via the backup line, but the transmission is extremely unstable. It appears that the communication system has been severely damaged. However, the communication signal between Eos and Qingyi hasn't been damaged. Do you wish to bridge a connection via Eos to connect to Qingyi? To prevent Master's identity from being exposed, I can add a heavy voice masking effect for both of you. However, there is still a 43% chance of you being recognized by Officer Qingyi. What's your decision, Master?
Do it.
Bridge a connection to Qingyi.
Understood. Bridging a connection to Qingyi via Eos.
Qingyi, can you hear me?
Oh? Has the connection been restored? That's Faithin for you. Don't worry, I've arrived at the location of the emergency signal. I'll be sure to rescue your Bangbu. I'll need him to get out of this hollow. I don't want to become an ethereal.
Thank you, officer.
Officer Qingyi here. I've arrived at the scene. Let's go save your Bangbu. With pleasure. Roger. Here comes the first. Understood. Resistance is futile.
Watch out!
There's the trouble. Make it triple.
Secure the perimeter. One fell swoop. Have you right-handed? Following orders. The suspect has given up and surrendered.
No! I've had enough! Please, go easy on me, officer. Anyway, what's a public security officer doing around here? Is it really worth all the trouble to come after a little resale business like ours?
Incorrect. At this moment, I am not a public security officer.
I want a day off.
Now, tell me, or you'll get a taste of this pepper spray. I mean, special Bangbu spray.
No, wait! No, that is not pepper spray! It's a concentrated ether solution. Please, let me go! I'll tell you everything!
Concentrated ether solution? Eos!
That's right. The person you just heard is a fellow public security investigator. A heinous crime.
Wait, officer! I had no idea. I wouldn't dare do such a thing. Huh? Wait, didn't you just say you weren't from public security?
Then
Tomato.
explain. Why did you attack a Bangbu? Where is your base? How did you carry out the crimes?
After confessing everything, Bing Bong is devastated and turns himself in.
I see. So you would use the concentrated ether solution to instantly corrupt the Bangbu and cause its systems to malfunction, disrupting communication, self-recovery modules, and other functions. If that's the case, then Teddy wouldn't be able to send out a distress signal to public security. But kidnapping Bangbu just to dismantle them and sell off the parts? How could he have embarked on such an unreliable path of crime? By the way, how is your Bangbu doing?
Serious?
Is it serious?
He doesn't appear to have any cosmetic damage, but it seems like his intelligence has suffered a drop.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Master, I have both good news and bad news.
Tell me the bad news first.
EOS is only capable of basic communication for the time being. The module for collecting holo data has been damaged by 87%. Please do not use it. As for the good news, there is no more bad news.
Thanks, Fairy.
Teddy has already been sprayed with the ether spray for several days. If we don't hurry, there'll be no hope of saving him. According to Bing Bong's account, there's still a whole pile of stolen Bangbu in their hideout. We've detained Bing Bong, but if we don't act now, it'll alert the others. But no matter what, we must continue the rescue. What do you think, Faithin?
Agreed. But EOS has been damaged. What should we do?
Officer Qingyi, I believe it is time to use that technology, if you know what I mean.
We sprung from the same stock. What need each the other fry? An AI calculating an AI. But it is a good idea. You mean that technology, right? Very well. Let's proceed.
Very well. Let's proceed.
Wait, you AIs. Mind explaining in human language so we can all understand?
Affirmative. Translating communication into language that can be understood by humans. Using distributed computing, a portion of EOS's functions can be installed onto Officer Qingyi's system.
I still don't quite understand.
Understood. I will attempt to explain EOS and Qingyi's distributed computing technology in layman's terms.
Do we have time for this now?
You will use sensory sync with Officer Qingyi. By using distributed computing, you can immediately restore the ability to search the holo as long as we can maintain stable communication. The risk of using this technology is that Officer Qingyi will also be affected by EOS's ether corruption.
Oh. But...
It matters not.
Just don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it, Qingyi. Don't worry. I'm a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton. It's my duty to save every citizen of New Eridu.
Bangbu
I'm
are
not
citizens
such a
too.
fragile existence like humans. Isn't that right, little Bangbu? I've granted you access to my interface, AI. Let's start the sync.
Understood. Initiating sensory sync. Packaging distributed virtual interface. HDD unidirectional control on standby.
Activate the connection.
Ooh, cool. EOS Qingyi distributed computing has been activated, now synchronizing with Qingyi's sensory system.
Anyway, the secret passage is right here. Let me give it a scan first. Sure enough, here it is. Looks like Bing Bong wasn't lying after all.
Can we still send them blasting off again?
Oh, it's a shark boo. The chance of it being Teddy is...
There's a lifeless shark boo here. It's not Teddy. It's not Teddy. It's not Teddy. It's not Teddy. All I can do now is pray.
Master, your powers of deduction know no bounds. The identity of this shark boo cannot be ascertained, but it is not Teddy.
The Bangbu Boo Nappers went to rather extreme lengths to ensure that this shark boo didn't become an ethereal. Should we let Qingyi inspect it or do it ourselves? Let's see what this is.
It's all in a day's work for a public security officer. Proxy, I suggest you turn away. I don't want your Bangbu to see what happens next. Oh, is this a memory chip? Criminals always say, dead men tell no tales, silencing witnesses to cover up their crimes. The data's been recovered. Access my mind space and I'll share it with you.
One of these.
They've used the shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage.
Enter the passcode, and then it's open sesame.
Reminder, there is a 99% probability of finding clues.
They've used the shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage. Just what exactly do those uncivilized thugs take intelligent constructs for? I thought the kind of criminal syndicate that would take in the likes of Bing Bong would lack the intelligence to be capable of causing any serious trouble. But it appears that thought was rather naive.
Rip the sticker off or hand in the mouth.
Although you fell victim to the shark boo's reflexive bite, fortunately, it has resulted in the discovery of the switch for the secret passage. Although you fell victim, there are 4 distorted numbers etched beneath the sticker. It's probably not the passcode for the secret passage. Is this the passcode for the secret passage? It seems to be the passcode for the secret passage.
Thanks to you for reiterating that.
Officer Qingyi is absolutely correct. Engaging in criminal activity with this level of intellect is vastly overconfident.
We've pieced together the clues. Time to exit the mind space. Enter the passcode to the secret passage to open it. You haven't forgotten it, have you, Proxy?
I remember the passcode. It's...
How do I reset? It was 11... There we go.
Green pea!
Open green pea?
So many bamboo. And they all need rescuing.
Please note, the following information is not suitable for Bangbu. For the sake of Eos's well-being, I have changed dismantling to petting, and vital signs to final baseline. Please forgive me for any difference in semantics. This
Okay.
Bangbu seems to have been petted inhumanely, losing its final baseline, and leaving behind nothing more than its chassis.
Just like the shark boo earlier. Yet another one. How inhumane. Committing crimes against Bangbu, one after the other. Also, they can take their bodies for their own and flip them for a profit. Oh, human desire. How could you have ever become so twisted? It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. Why is this Bangbu's face twitching like that?
Got a butchery here.
It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over.
Master,
Oops.
one of the thugs from the Bangbu Boonappers has been detected and is currently approaching your and Officer Qingyi's location. Your small size plus their limited intelligence have precluded your discovery for now. However, it is impossible to advance any further. Suggestion: factoring in Officer Qingyi's current state and the 78.36% likelihood that she is currently overdoing it, combat should be avoided for now. I have taken the liberty of preparing 2 surprise strategies.
Sneak up behind him, give him a good thwack, or hide and wait. Just
The thug patrolling, watching a movie, stops in his tracks near the hiding place. He's so close that you can even see he's watching Never Overtime on his phone. You're left with no other option but to watch it with him. What a great movie. The movie finally finishes, and the thug reveals a relieved smile at the protagonist's happy ending. He puts away his
Didn't
phone,
see him smile under
taking
that
out
mask.
his highly active etheric spray paint as he walks off in another direction. Finally, it's time to act. Think, Master. Think. Would it be faster to wait or to just fight? That really is a question worth carefully considering. Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve. Master, scans have detected a non-corrupted and conscious Avakabu. It has tried to lie down flat, but has instead been rocking back and forth by 0.5 millimeters at an incredibly high frequency. Hypothesis. The Avakabu tried to play dead, but ended up exposing itself in its state of panic.
I am Officer Qingyi. You're safe now, Avakabu. Why is it shaking even more now? Could it be that it snuck into this hollow without permission, and now it's even more panicked?
Trying to play dead, Avakabu remains unmoved no matter what you say. They continue shoveling. You have the right to remain silent? Right.
It's still conscious. Hold on. I'll get you out of here soon.
Open green pea.
The corruption isn't obvious, but I've almost used up all my power. Don't worry too much about your friend, Avakabu. It'll wake up once it gets out and is all charged up. Link up to the Electroboo and read its memory chip.
It's the POV of the Electroboo. Looks like we've successfully accessed its memory.
It shocked its way through the door lock using high voltage. That's no small feat.
This is deep inside the Bangbu Boonapper's base.
Oh.
It's enormous.
There are the guards, just as expected.
I heard something. Huh? What's a Bangbu doing here? Is it an escapee? Don't move!
Huh? I think I just saw the silhouette of a shark boo. Let me investigate. Hang on. There was a shark boo among all those Bangbu. Let me just check if it's Teddy.
It's an old model shark boo with a small dent in its ear and a blob of glue stuck to its bottom. That can't be peeled off.
Teddy has a blemish on its ear from when it was protecting Holly once. And there's glue on its butt that Holly stuck there when she was just a kid. It's Teddy. We did it! The corruption is starting to show now. We have to hurry. Now that we know where Teddy is, how can we get in there?
Run, little
We
one.
can't let any of our Bangbu get away!
This guy really knows how to fight. Incredible.
The boss finds out about this. He'll talk my pay for a month. Outflank it!
I don't know.
Oh, nowhere to run now. Trying to squeeze your way through? Oh, why you unscrupulous little Bangbu. You'll never make it out. Just give up. Ah! The Bangbu are escaping! Boss! Boss! Why you? What do you think you're doing? Shouting for the boss over this?
The data's been corrupted. Go and manually recover it at the Electroboo's last known whereabouts. The Electroboo should still be mobile. If I'm not mistaken, we can follow it in and we should run into it while it is making its escape. There's still some information missing. Keep looking for the last part. The data has been recovered. We can unlock the next memory now.
Goes on for
This
quite a
should
bit.
be the Electroboo's memory of when it was attacked. Oh, the shocked Bangboo have started to come too.
It must have taken itself out here.
Them silly, but they're still trying to run off. If you're not going to do this the easy way, we'll have to do it the hard way.
That must be the boss. This thug is their boss. He's both stronger and smarter than any of the thugs we've run into so far. Well, he's at least 0.73% better. Look, the gloves that 0.73% guy used to pick up the Electroboo are completely scorched, meaning we can trace his fingerprints and uncover his true identity.
Nice.
Turns out that 0.73% guy is no joke. He's a fugitive suspect in 3 criminal investigations. No wonder he hasn't been caught. Has he been laying low in the hollows all this time? Well, seeing as you're so keen to come down to the precinct, don't blame me if I show you no mercy next time we see each other.
The Electroboo converts its last remnants of strength into electricity and releases it. Belle, the entrance is over here.
That's pretty much all of the info. We can head back now.
Well,
The Electroboo has been a real help. Let's head over to the secret passage. Teddy should be right here. It's that 0.73% guy. Take
Yeah, of
him
course
out,
he's taking
and we
Teddy.
can rescue Teddy.
hey. Drop the Bangboo.
Pressure's so high. Target is just up ahead. Zombie, can you hold on?
I'm fine. Saving Teddy is what's important.
Secure the perimeter.
Got you red-handed.
What's this?
An elite enemy? Now things are starting to get a bit tricky. Nevertheless, I'm still going to get all of the civilians out of here. None left behind. Here.
Weak spot located.
Teddy.
I'll handle it.
Oh man.
Less than 50 meters. The hollow exit is just up ahead.
Come on, Qingyi.
Qingyi,
Humans. Such an interesting species. These aren't living creatures. Yet they won't abandon them, no matter what. This obsession, longing, and suffering. Is that what life truly is?
Mission complete. Thanks to Faithin's contact, Ziyuan and Seth arrive in time to rescue the fainted Qingyi and Bangbu. The severely damaged, corrupted Qingyi and Eos were all sent for maintenance and cleaning. It took several days for them to be sent back. Here, not
3 strikes and you're done, right? We've already had public security's help 3 times now. Why don't we just skip today?
You misunderstand. I'm just here to express my gratitude. You 2 upstanding citizens helped me investigate the missing Bangbu case. Thank you. Teddy was repaired and I took him to Holly. It was quite moving to see them reunited.
Don't worry about it. Besides, he didn't really help that much, right?
Right. If it weren't for Qingyi, then we could have easily lost Eos.
Huh? What was that you were saying?
shush.
Oh, I was just thinking to ask how you've recovered, Qingyi.
My body is fine, of course. After some maintenance, I'm feeling even better than before. If anything, the real headache is that Zhuyuan and her constant nagging about how reckless we were.
Zhu Yuan is probably just hoping that you will take better care of yourself.
Actually, I'm not a person who doesn't look after myself. I've always known how important I am. It's just that as automatons, our views on life are quite different from those of humans. In the end, the purpose of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. However, you could say I felt a certain weight inside the hollow this time.
Oh, wait.
Huh? What do you mean by wait? Did you pick up something heavy?
A lot of Bangbu.
Well, I guess I could say that I understood the weight of life. I don't know. Maybe I've been affected by humans somehow.
Actually,
Quite the
it doesn't matter
parasitic
if we're talking
species.
about a Bangbu or you, Qingyi. We've never thought of you as something that could just be discarded in a moment of danger.
Right. Both of you are important and irreplaceable partners.
A friendly reminder, Master. If you are handing out compliments, then please, don't forget Fairy.
Yes, thank you very much,
I
Fairy.
suppose this is a similar feeling to what happened inside the hollow.
And yet, you still haven't actually told us what happened in the hollow.
If you're so curious, then perhaps you'd be interested in applying to become an assistant public security officer.
Not so much.
Become a public security officer? No, that's not for me. Besides, community service work is way too...
Speaking of which, after Julian heard the whole story, she decided to put the plan to completely abolish Internat on hold for now. As for the local community services, unfortunately, that will become a standardized project in the future. It's a real headache.
At least
By
you've
the
got
way,
autopilot.
I also brought the horror movies I rented for community service last time. I figured now would be the best time to return them. I felt like the scenes where someone was possessed really resonated with me.
Oh?
Oh, what do you mean? How would an intelligent machine empathize with that?
Qingyi shows a profound expression on her face. For a moment, it seems as if she or something flashed through her mind. She knows.
We can't let Eos meet Qingyi.
Huh? When did you get here, Eos? I mean, Bangbu 01?
The feeling of being possessed is indeed unbearable. But it really does seem to make you stronger, doesn't it?
Did Eos really just happen to come home at that moment? I always wonder if Qingyi knows about us. I really want to know if she knows or not, but who knows? Don't even think about it, Belle. If Qingyi wanted to expose us, she'd have done it by now. True, there's no other way to see it. The end. That was a fun little venture. Now I've just got Bernice's and lighters to do.